Sonic has a house? How does he pay for it? Does he have a job? Do animals have the right to own property in this world? This is the first thing in the entire game, and it immediately raises several questions.
You are the blue hedgehog.
Well, he is the only blue hedgehog in this universe.
Do not be alarmed. I am Shara, the genie of the ring.
I know Shara is played by the same lady who did Blaze the cat, but couldn't she at least sound slightly different? All I hear is Blaze cosplaying as a genie girl.
Our world, the world of the Arabian Nights, is vanishing. This is the work of an incredibly evil spirit, the Eraser Jinn.
More like Razor Chin.
What is thy wish?
Achoo! How about a handkerchief for starters? Make that a few.
He said a few, not a truckload of them.
You see, I caught this cold yesterday.
Please, be serious.
Okay. Thanks for the hankies, though.
Oh, please. Someone tell me that this isn't really happening.
No, it's just the beginning of my, Lysander's pain.
3, 2, 1, go!
Tilting the Wii remote to the left and right will move you in that direction.
I love it when a game comes to an abrupt stop to teach you the most elementary of things.
You must be that blue rat that just got added to the story.
He doesn't even look like a rat.
I am Eraser Jinn. I am the one who shall carve up this world as I see fit.
Eraser's performance is all over the place. Sometimes he commits his soul into his performance. Other times he sounds completely disinterested. Like in this very same scene, we hear this.
You have gathered the 7 world rings for me. Have you not, Shara, my dear?
Look out!
Sonic!
Bring me the 7 world rings before the arrow of flame extinguishes. If you do not, your life is lost.
The game desperately tries to add agency to the plot, but said agency will dissipate due to the meandering story.
It's a dead end!
Whoops! Time to make a U-turn!
You could have just ran to the left instead of on the wall.
Where is he?
Huh?
What's Dr. Eggman doing here?
So this book's characters are projections of Sonic's friends. Sonic has the same reaction as the player, and he doesn't even get an answer in this game.
Whoa! Something's after us!
They're Triceratops, and they're big.
What did I do?
In a game set in the Arabian Nights, we get a dinosaur level. Because dinosaurs.
That was a close one!
Sonic, can't you swim?
The 2008 Olympics would say otherwise.
Tilt the Wii remote left or right to change direction.
Did you really need to remind me? Anyone who got to this part already had the instinct to do so.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
This cliché.
You! Spiky thing! Do something!
Eggman should have been a dead man from that fall.
Thanks game for giving Cobain Armani that annoying theme music. Also, this song is repetitive as hell, just like the rest of the soundtrack. Also, I'm not saying the soundtrack is bad, it's just very average. The problem is they're not worthy enough of endless repeats. It gets irritating listening to the same song for 14 hours. On that note, the game's theme, 7 Rings in Hand, is played way too damn much. You hear it in the mission select and results screens. I would have preferred it if they had different instrumental versions instead of just the main song.
That's...
It's a djinn that controls fire! It's called an Ifrit!
Don't you mean Iblis?
dang!
With only half of the flame left, only half of your life force remains.
Yet this game slogs on for another 10 hours.
What the? That didn't work?
It's no use, Sonic! It's no use! It's no use! It's no use!
Hey! Listen!
Game sloppily introduces a character we've never seen before right into the gameplay.
Whoa! I take it that's not something you see every day, huh?
My magic is no match for that of the Eraser Djinn.
Okay then. Don't look so glum, Shara. I'll have you smiling by the end of this. That's a promise from me to you.
A giant enemy scorpion is generous enough to spare them this moment.
Also, this is an odd spot for putting in this scene. If the writers wanted me to feel sentimental about the scene, they should have put it before or after this boss intro. The scene plays quite literally before we enter a boss battle. I'll take off a sin for this unsettling, yet somewhat original design.
When the 7 rings that control the worlds are gathered, the portal between the worlds shall open. But the life of the collector of the rings shall be offered up in sacrifice.
Say what? I'm supposed to be a sacrifice?
Well, Sega already sacrificed him in Sonic 06.
It's my fault that all of this is happening to...
Hey, don't worry about it.
That laugh didn't even sound sincere.
Hey, look at that.
It's another one of the 7 world rings.
The story isn't really consistent when it comes to giving the world rings. I got the first one by fighting that scorpion boss. I got this one by playing an egg destroying mission. It's like the designers didn't even put any forethought into this.
Anyways, no adventure is fun if it's too easy, right?
Hey, listen, Hedgehog. You help me get out of here, and in return, I'll help you out later. Not a bad deal, huh?
Totally a bad deal.
Wisdom? Knuckles?
That's echidna racist.
Oh well, guess we get to have a little more fun.
Fun? Is that what all this is to you?
Dude, your game isn't fun. Stop telling her otherwise.
You see, the pirates who locked me up here took the water blue ring I use to control storms.
Why not Blue Water Ring instead of Water Blue Ring?
Oh, it's so pretty.
If there's one positive for this game, it's a great looking game. I'll take away sin for one of its few redeeming qualities.
Okay, let's use this.
Are you kidding me?
Considering all the crap Sonic went through, this shouldn't be surprising.
That's...
It must be another one of the 7 world rings.
Ring appears because plot.
Aha! Someone's looking for a duel.
It's time to duel!
That's another of the 7 rings.
Looks like I'm the only one that can touch them. I bet you it's because I'm not from this world. Does that mean these rings aren't from this world either?
Potentially neat idea of having rings not from this world is never brought up again.
Now, Ring of Water, bring forth the mighty storm.
The Ifrit is getting weaker.
Okay, now let's finish him off.
Or just use more of the Blue Water Ring. But you wouldn't because we need another boss fight.
You know, I'd let you play around more than enough for one game.
I gotta admit, this song and this boss design are pretty cool. I'll take off a sin. Honestly, this boss wasn't that hard.
That was tight! Huh? Hey, look at this! Yep, another one of the 7 world rings.
How convenient.
I wonder if it was inside the Ifrit this whole time.
Also, is Eraser purposely letting Sonic get his rings from inside his minions? It seems so counterproductive.
King Solomon?
Indeed, I am the great and powerful King Solomon.
This is by far the best performance in the game. Too bad the story is so underwhelming.
All right, time to rumble.
Don't get too careless.
Careless is his middle name, Shara. So this is where all the budget went.
Oh god, not this song again. Confused? I too was confused when I saw this. By the way, I didn't edit any of that. That's how it plays.
Looks like my time limit is about up.
I'm so sorry. It's my fault that this happened to you.
Really? Don't worry about it.
Dude, you're almost dead. Being all chill about this isn't the time.
Just remember my promise between me and you.
haven't forgotten that promise.
I knew I could count on you, Shara.
The power of pinky promises was all Sonic needed.
It's a trap. What do we do?
We just have to face it.
Yeah, grade A advice, Sonic.
I guess next up, we go for a walk on the air.
This just keeps getting better and better.
Just wait until we get to the gameplay sins.
These arrows. Oh, come on.
That's it.
One of the 7 world rings. This one is purple.
How convenient.
This one is sealed with sadness.
How does purple equate to sadness? I always thought purple is a color for flowers.
I've been waiting to finish things with you for a long time.
Sonic's lips aren't moving in this scene.
You filthy rat!
Eraser went to the Star Fox 64 school of moving your mouth.
That door. What is it?
I have an idea. Open sesame! Oh, it didn't work.
Of course it didn't work.
Must be some sort of offering we need to make. 7... Sonic!
I've got the 7 world rings. This must be the door that they open.
That's it? Oh yeah, that's right. That was a fake ending. If you're going the extra length to do something like this, don't even bother. Save the credits for the real ending.
Just to let you know, I got all 7 rings before I beat Eraser. It makes this credit sequence even more unnecessary.
Shara, you have done well in using him to gather the rings. Now, give them to me.
Eraser sounded so disinterested in his delivery.
Shara, stop! You can't do this! Think about what will happen!
I'm sorry. I have no choice. I just want to be back with him.
Genie abuse.
I offer up your life, Blue Hedgehog.
Hero's best friend takes the below as a sacrifice cliche.
I'm sorry. I knew all along, and I still got you involved.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
I'm not kidding when I say I like Sonic and Shara's performances. It makes this otherwise okay scene all the better. No sin.
This is awful. You're just some incomplete monster.
How come?
This final battle would have been more epic if they didn't play the main theme so damn often. At the very least, they should have went with the Crush 40 version.
If this is your world, then it's a world that I don't want any part of.
We interrupt this game to bring you Sonic Unleashed a full year before its release. Also, his super form is a purple reskin? And I thought fan reskins were bad.
Your tale is finished, Eraser.
They didn't even bother animating his mouth.
Next time, try writing a better story.
Obvious advice the writers of Colors and Lost World didn't take.
Also, I know I'll get criticism for what I wrote in Everything Wrong with Colors and Lost World, but the writing in those games is garbage. While Secret Rings doesn't have A+ writing, it at least didn't bombard me with obvious as hell jokes.
That was cool. Pun entirely intended.
So that's where the rest of the CG intro went.
I will never grant any wish from the likes of you.
My first wish.
Whoa, dramatic much?
My second wish. Return the Arabian Nights to the way they were.
Is it just me, or do I find this music really corny, even for Sonic?
Shara, will you grant me one more wish? I wish for a mountain of handkerchiefs. Now, just let yourself cry.
Recall to a beginning incident shows up at the end cliche.
Did you know that this game has a party mode? Well, I only played it twice, and it sucks. Not surprising considering this mode wasn't developed by Sonic Team.
And so, the legendary Blue Hedgehog, having saved the world of the Arabian Nights, ran endlessly. Along the way, he had many adventures. But those are stories for another time.
Too bad there was only one story after this. Don't worry, we'll get to that game on the next video.
Thank you, Sonic the Hedgehog, the legendary hedgehog.
No hedgehogs were harmed in the making of this game. Well, except the legendary hedgehog. Now on to the gameplay sins.
The motion controls are completely awful. Instead of having a standard control scheme like the Wiimote and Nunchuk, you're forced to use unreliable motion controls. Whenever you unlock new missions, it doesn't tell you which mission you unlock. It's aggravating to sift through all these messages just to get back to the menu.
Press the 2 button and release to jump.
Why is there a charge up for the jump? You never had to do that in any of the previous games. Well, maybe except the snowboarding parts from Sonic 06. Oh yeah, I'd rather play Sonic 06 over this turd. And yes, I'm dead serious. 06 is so bad, it's funny. Secret Rings is so bad, it's frustrating. I wish they put the jump dash, aka the homing attack, to the B button. It would have saved me a lot of frustration.
When the lock-on mark changes from green to red, move the Wii Remote forward quickly.
Why did they make the target mechanic thing this way? Why show a preview of green before red? Just show it as red when I'm close enough to attack.
Press the 1 button to brake.
Sonic is a perpetual motion machine. Instead of tilting forward to run, he runs automatically. This is the entire game. And in order to brake, you have to either hold down the 1 or 2 buttons. This makes a big chunk of the game a slogfest.
Keep the Wii Remote tilted back toward yourself to back up.
What kind of backward design is this? Also, this is a huge issue in places you have to backtrack. In pretty much all of the levels, the camera does not zoom out or point back to show where you're heading. The grinding controls are outright broken. Later in the game, it's a huge problem. You have to tilt the Wiimote left or right to get Sonic off the rails. It doesn't always register and you fling yourself to death. Also, the speed up button is the same as the jump button. You can't jump off a rail unless you hold the button for a few seconds. Oh goody, a totally forced, totally unnecessary XP system. Whenever I homing attack an enemy, the camera spazzes out of control. How do they keep this in?
Move the Wii Remote up and down to fly upwards.
Just like every other launch game for the Wii, we need to shove in as many motion control actions as possible.
Make sure to tilt the Wii Remote side to side very carefully here.
Who the hell thought that adding these ledge sections were a good idea? First, they slow the gameplay to a halt. Second, why use tilting controls when you have the frickin' D-pad? And finally, these sections suck. They're filler, plain and simple. What the hell stopped my homing attack? The problem with these sections is that there's no way to control your speed. It makes collecting things like fire souls and rings harder than it is. Why the hell do I have to unlock better controls? It should control well from the beginning. What kind of backwards design is this? This is the most cumbersome way to fight an enemy. Doing even the most rudimentary things in this game is an unbalanced challenge.
This is...
A dinosaur egg? I can carry it using my magic.
This egg collecting mission. Where do I even begin? First, this is one of the most annoying missions I've ever played in any game ever. Just like those chaotic missions in Sonic Heroes, you have to collect an inordinate amount of things. The problem is that this game was never designed for that kind of mission structure. Secondly, the eggs and their nests aren't placed in sequential order. You have to circle around the track a few times before you match an egg and its nest color. And that's if you're lucky. Third, the developers had the balls to spawn these items randomly whenever you restarted the level. Fourth, why can't I walk to the left side of this fort? Nothing's stopping me. Fifth, this level took me over 9 minutes to complete, and that doesn't even include all the retries I did. This level deserves an additional 10 sins. The homing lock-on is sometimes aggravatingly dodgy, just like in this part. Even the simplest of platforming shouldn't be this hard.
Hold down the 2 button to slide.
Who thought this was a good idea? It's the same button to jump. That's pirate abuse. Also, all you do is shake the Wiimote randomly. No skill required. Stealth attack. Don't defeat enemies. Yeah, because my idea of a stealth attack is to run right past them. Oh, come on! Did the camera really have to do that? Party mode sucks. This is the second time I played it and it bored me and my mates to hell. Don't play this game for the multiplayer.
Hey you! Yes you! Want to see a channel dedicated to your favorite games? Look no further!
Not another gaming channel.
Here we host playthroughs, commentaries, opinion pieces, random videos, and more!
Hosted by your British weeboo overlord, the Blue Renegade.
With a channel filled with gamers passionate about their games, your mind will explode! Maybe not, but you'll enjoy it nonetheless. Subscribe today!
If you want to hear my full opinion on Sonic and the Secret Rings, click here.
Thanks for watching!
Join us next time when we sing Sonic and the Black Knight. I forgot to mention this. It was totally Shara's fault for ending the world. She pretty much backstabbed Sonic and worked for Eraser from the very beginning. One extra sin.